Good morning, Marvin.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I'm trying to get this video on. Why won't my video work? Cannot start video. Yeah, I can tell. Please select another video camera. Well, okay. How about this one? Like that any better? Guess
There you
so.
go.
Always have to have something. Let's see. Virtual background.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Morning.
And let's see, admit everybody. Joe Vincent. Okay. Good morning, Corey. Good morning, Joe.
Morning.
Harry's here from the east side of the hill. Morning, Jill.
Morning.
Had a little camera trouble, so excuse me while I get myself organized. No small
Yes.
challenge.
Hi, Marv.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Keeping out of trouble?
No,
Well, that means you're having a good time.
That's
I'm having a better time than they are.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Steven's here.
Yep.
Lee just joined us. Mitch is here. Let's see, what does my participant thing say? Oh, Rotary District. No, that's not my name.
Hi.
Okay.
Hey, everyone.
No, too. Good morning, Mimi. 100 years celebration for your club. No brag, just fact.
I'm glad you specified my club and not me. 100 years.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, you look pretty good for 100 years old.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. Maybe I should say I am.
Yeah. Don't look a day past 99.
My friend Christine.
Yeah, you can always count on me to be obnoxious, right?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, let's see.
And Corey's just smiling.
Bev Walker's here. Nancy Allen just joined us. John, I think I said hi to you. Lee, I think I said hi to you. And Corey, I know I said hi to you, but you didn't say hi back because you're muted.
Hello.
Corey, I invited specifically because he's got some big news and some stuff that I think is like, whoa, you know how many emails you get from Rotary International in the district? Yeah, me too. Well, there was one I got from Corey that was like, you could just throw all the other, no, not really, but the one about your videos was like, wow, that was really good.
So you're going to keep us in suspense, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to let him tell you about it. And he's got another event, an event coming up that he's got to tell you about, because that's really exciting too. And I signed up for it right away. So Corey, with that build up, you better just wow them.
All right.
I know you could do it. Okay, let's see. It's 10:04, so let's just go ahead and get the meeting started. I'll continue to let people in as I can or see. Happy 2022, everybody.
Same
As,
to you.
As everybody maintains some good health.
Yep.
Yep.
I see some
Good health in
nodding.
Central Oregon.
I know there are some pockets of past district governor Bill Greil has COVID,
Oh.
and there's pockets of it around. Some people I know, with this new Omicron variant. So take care, wash your hands, blah, blah, blah.
Does Bill have it now? Bill
Yeah.
Greil? Oh.
Well, this was about 3 or 4 days ago. He posted it on Facebook like,
Okay.
but yeah, it can happen. So in fact, I know our district podcaster, Dan Smith, who's been down in Ecuador, he got it and he can't fly home. And so anyway, enough said about that. Let's focus on ourselves and our club and membership, because without members, Rotary is nowhere. I want to welcome you back. I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. We didn't have a meeting in December because it was too close to the holidays. So I made the executive decision to not have it rather than show up and have nobody here. Okay, we're going to be talking about New Year's aspirations. I don't like to use the word resolution. Did you know that resolution comes from Greek? So does aspiration, but in Greek, resolution is the root of resolution is 2 words, which we'll talk about in a second, and solution. And when you think of a resolution, that means we're going to come up with a solution to something that has failed in the past, and then we're going to do it we're going to do it again. So every year at New Year's, we look at everything that we didn't do, and we're going to resolve ourselves, our clubs, our lives. How motivating is that? Don't you get out of bed in the morning wanting to solve all your problems again because you didn't do it last year? I don't. So I like the word aspiration. Now, the root word from Greek is to aspire, means to breathe life into. And it occurred to me yesterday when I sent the reminder letter out that Martin Luther King was talking about he had a dream. We all have to dream about what can we do with Rotary, with our clubs, to bring our services out that are so badly needed around the world and around our own neighborhoods. So aspiring means to breathe life into those dreams. And I think I would rather us not think about solving our problems again as much as dreaming and then making a plan on how to breathe life into that dream. Okay, so with that, I'm going to ask Corey to share his update from the zone. He's the zone assistant membership coordinator. Did I say that right? For zone 2627.
Pretty close. So assistant Rotary coordinator, and the coordinator position is membership plus, if you will. So anything that falls outside of public image and foundation gets lumped in with membership. So if it's hybrid meetings, satellite clubs, even some board support, that's what we as coordinators work on, and we have specialists in our group. Now, I am the specialist for hybrid meetings, and I am the specialist for satellite clubs, but I also am a member of Rotary's new club task force for our zone pair, and that is the email that Christine was referring to. I sent an email out to a number of the district membership chairs, letting them know about some of the resources that are available. And one of those resources is, I'm not able to share my screen. So
here, I'll fix that.
One of those resources is a video series called Expanding Our Reach, which I have been working on for some time now. And currently we're on episode number 8. You can see right here, Expanding Our Reach. This is a showcase where I interview the people that started Rotary clubs in our zone pairs in the last few years, and we learn all about the different ways that the clubs got started and some of the unique things they're doing. Now, what I have found when I talk to people about starting Rotary clubs is a lot of clubs don't have an interest like they may have had in the past. When we had our 100-year anniversary for Rotary, unlike 100-year for your club, the theme of that year was starting new Rotary clubs. So there were all these centennial-based Rotary clubs that were started that Rotary year. Well, what I found though is that even clubs that have no interest in helping start a new club find that the messages and the information they receive by watching these videos are very helpful to their own club as they find ways to kind of adapt to what's going on in our current area and how to evolve themselves. A lot of clubs have had to stop in-person meetings, or maybe they've lost sponsorships to in-person events, or those in-person events have just disappeared because their community culture just doesn't allow for that kind of get-together anymore. And when they think about it through the lens of starting a new club, all of a sudden these new club ideas kind of work for current clubs as well. So I encourage you to take a look, and even if you don't have the time to sit down and watch the videos, I decided to make it easy for you. You can listen to the podcast, Expanding Our Reach. So whether you're in the car or you're working out, you have the ability to listen to these other Rotarians talk about all the interesting things they're doing with their clubs and how they're embracing expanding Rotary. So that's one part, and I'm going to put some links in the chat right now.
Thank you. I was just going to ask.
Easily able to get to those places.
And for those of you that haven't learned this little trick, at the bottom of the chat, there are 3 little dots on the right. And if you left click, right click, whatever that, you can save the chat. So that if sometimes the chats go by so fast that you miss everything. Well, it'll save it as a text file and you can review it later. So that's always something worth knowing.
That is awesome.
So the other thing I wanted to talk about is a week from today at 5 o'clock Pacific time. And because you're in Oregon, you're in Pacific time, but you'd be surprised how many clubs I talk to that aren't in Pacific time. And I always have to remind them that when we're doing a meeting in Pacific time so that they don't show up an hour late or an hour early. We have how to start a satellite club. Now this is something that is information for all Rotary clubs, because any Rotary club can start a satellite. And the presentation is 5 o'clock, and we're going to be talking about kind of some best practices and how clubs have expanded their focus and expanded into their communities by starting satellite clubs. So I'll put a registration link for that in the chat as well. But I just wanted to point that out. It's a week from today, and you can still register for that event. It really is
free,
open
right?
to what's that?
It's free, right?
It is free, and it's open to anyone. So it is not necessarily for just membership committee members. You can let anybody in your club sign up if they want to. So that's what I've got for today, and thank you all for letting me be here.
Yeah, and I want to piggyback a little bit on the video series that you're doing. A lot of them are about a club that started and they had some different concept of their meeting format or their location or the way maybe they were interest based or whatever. But no matter what they were talking about, I got an idea for my own club. And I came away from those videos so inspired, and I wanted to aspire to do something with that information because those were really good. And that just echoes what I think is that we learn the best from other clubs. By coming together and sharing our ideas, that's where we really get the golden nuggets. And what we do with them is up to us as leaders and inspirers and dreamers, but sharing our ideas, which leads me into you. I want to share our ideas about what your aspirations are for 2022. Yes, we're still in COVID. 2 years ago, didn't everybody kind of think that this was going to be like 2 months and we'd be done? Yeah, no. So here we are, and it may be just something that we learn to cope with. It might settle down a little bit and not be quite as vicious as of a problem, but still we're going to have to learn to deal with it. And we've made some good progress in the virtual realm, things that we can use in our future. I'm just looking. Joe Vincent just says define a successful, and then I didn't read the rest of it. Joe, what did you say?
I ask, what is this is specifically for Corey, how do you define a successful satellite club? And I guess one of the things that I was thinking of is that is going to satellite clubs something that struggling clubs seem to do, or is it particularly robust Rotary clubs that form satellite clubs? Give us a little overview of what, and also related to that, how would you define a successful satellite club?
Well, a successful satellite club is one that meets the needs of the community and the club that formed it. And so that can be different things for different clubs. Some satellite clubs do grow to be large enough that they do become their own club. But typically, more than half of them don't. But they tend to be successful by, I guess, by meeting a need. Quite often you'll have a club, it can be a small club, it can be a large club, and that club is wanting to grow its membership, but it's finding that there's a lot of resistance, whether it's from young people saying that the time of day or the club doesn't work for them, or maybe the club has a meeting style or a financial format that requires a large financial investment, and that isn't working for people. Or maybe, you know, we've got a satellite club that started last Rotary year, in our zone pairs, that physically the Rotary Club wasn't supporting a financially lower area in the community, right? So that out on a peninsula, the businesses and the people out there weren't as financially well off as the people that were near and around the regular Rotary Club. So that Rotary Club started a satellite out there so that people who lived in that community, A, didn't have to travel 20, 30 minutes just to get to a Rotary meeting, but B, they could focus their efforts on enhancing that community, building up the businesses, beautifying the community, and doing things like that. For them, that's a successful satellite. Now, they are still a club that's barely in the 20-member range. They struggle as a club to build because there's another one or two clubs in the area, right? So each of those clubs is meeting a different niche. But their satellite has about 10 to 12 people that are in that community that are doing quite well. So the club itself grew from, you know, just under 20 to over 30. And it's successful because it's meeting the need in that community. Now, another club might find that what is successful is that now they basically have 2 meetings for members to go to, right? Members can choose if they want to go to a lunch meeting or they can go to an evening meeting, because the evening meeting becomes the satellite. So there's really different versions of successful. What is typically not successful is a satellite club that starts and none of the members in the club really want to go. They just think, hey, we're going to grow our membership by saying we've got a satellite out here, let's say in this retirement home. But what if all the people in the retirement home are like, why do we need to join Rotary? We can do all these things for free that are already in our community, and no one from Rotary really explained it to us. That's typically a non-successful satellite, right? It gets started, but the club really had no interest or need to start that satellite club. They just thought they were going to boost their membership numbers. So,
no, I think the bottom line there, Corey, you're right, is serving a need rather than doing it for growth's sake. If you think you're going to grow your club by starting a satellite club and spinning off something, that's not the way to approach it. The way to approach it is that we started one at a retirement home, to use your same example, but it was because of a need. They were having trouble driving to our clubs, and they had a preference for where they could meet at their own facility. And then they started inviting everyone in the whole facility to their work projects and their meetings. And if it wasn't for that, our satellite, we would have lost members during this whole last 2 years of COVID. But our membership has maintained its level because of the satellite. They've been growing by leaps and bounds. I want to take 10 minutes and invite you into breakout rooms where you can chat among smaller groups about what your aspirations are going into 2022, what ideas you have, and talk about any new ideas that you'd like to see happen, and bounce those ideas off of each other, because again, I think we're your best resources, each other. So I'll do that for about 10 minutes and I'll pull us back in. We'll see what we learned. Okay, here we go. Harry, you should have gotten something that invited you to join. Maybe you're frozen. There you go. Mitch, if you're there, you should have gotten an invite to join breakout room number 4.
Off to stay.
Welcome back.
Quiet. Be quiet, Angel.
Stephen, is that a dog?
Yeah, we have our exterminator spraying around the house, and she wants to go out and join him now, So,
Oh, yeah. Well, then that's not a good thing to go join.
well, she misses her mommy too, because Linda's been back in New Jersey for the past 3 weeks. So,
Oh, man. And just you're not giving enough service, probably.
you're right. Yeah.
I know how that goes. Okay. It looks like everybody's back. Good job. I want to go around and find out what you talked about, or have you share what you talked about. Some interesting observations I had. Just it's so much fun to just jump into the different rooms and hear what's going on and benefit from all of the discussions. But who would go first? Who would be willing to go first and talk about what you talked about? Thanks, John.
Yeah, I'm not muted. Good. So I was curious to find out. Oh, we got into talking about international projects. That is actually sustaining membership in a time when locally we're kind of declining. So I talked with Jill. Jill was talking about how in the Jacksonville Rotary Club, they've got a large project going in Africa. In Tanzania, is that right, Jill?
Yes, in Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone. Yeah, thanks, Joe.
No, mine is in Tanzania.
Yes.
Joe's
Right.
is in Sierra Leone.
No.
Right.
I'm sorry, Jill sounds like Joe.
Oh yeah, it does. Certain times of the day, me too. Yeah, but that was is really interesting thing to talk about. We could spend just recite what was presented without a loss to anyone here. But the point was that getting members isn't just about appealing locally. It's about getting things done internationally, representing that to the local audiences, and getting in that way their interest in finding out more of what's going on in Rotary and can we help.
So that's
good
as
idea.
far as aspirations, then that's something to consider.
It is. We've done that in Ashland with Guanajuato, our sister city in Mexico. It's kind of fallen by the wayside because of not the project is not going further. It hasn't fallen apart. It's still doing well, but we can't really build anything. We can't send any people down there for new extensions because of COVID.
Yeah. Thank you. Who would like to summarize another breakout room? Thank you, Bev.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Okay,
Yep.
we talked about quite a bit about membership and hybrid meetings. Mimi was talking about improving communications with their satellite club and also getting more members to participate via Zoom. They do a lot with hybrid. And they're, I think that was a big topic with us. Harry talked about how they're trying to, they've had lots of, during this time, they've added a lot of members, but there are also members leaving and so forth. And his goal is to get a group of people that are really sticking, to make that better. And it sounds like hoping to get more hybrid options for people. It doesn't sound like their hybrid option is great. So Mimi suggested the owl, and that's a possibility. Ours is, we're really hoping to keep, well, we're totally Zoom now. We have about 65 members, hoping to get to 70 before this Rotary year is over, which we have people in the works. And it's a nice size. So we're not looking to really grow our club. And our members like Zoom, so currently. But we're hoping to go forward with hybrid because of all the presenters and so forth that we have the opportunity to have. And so our board members are going to try a practice board member hybrid meeting before we do that. And we're waiting for for everybody to feel a little more safe during this surge. So our aspirations are to definitely go hybrid for long term because of the presenters. And that's about it.
Okay, thank you. If you want some information about OWL, talk to Marv from Redmond. He is the OWL expert of our group. And what you might do as you have a second is put your contact information in the chat. So if somebody wants to follow up with you directly, they can do that easily. Okay, let's see, who else did I see? Deborah, did you have your hand up as being willing to summarize your group?
Deborah Amin.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
I never know whether I'm a Debbie or a Deborah.
Oh, sorry. I'm just reading your name.
That's fine. I had a privilege of being with Lee in a room, and I was really wanting to pick his brain because of his perspective over a number of clubs in his area. And we both shared our passion and our appreciation for the importance of service opportunities as an engagement strategy. It not only allows you as a club to serve your community in a way that is meaningful both to you as a club and to the community, but it also fulfills that need that we all have to serve. And so if you have to write a check out to be a volunteer, there's got to be something there, some secret special sauce that you take advantage of or that you can access. Sometimes it's relationships, sometimes it's opportunities to serve, and that opportunities to serve is the way that sort of gets us to both of those goals. And Lee, please jump in and add anything that you think is important.
Well, I don't know if I have anything more to add to that. I think you're right on. It comes down to something that you said, Grants Pass is this smaller community that has 4 clubs, and your club is the club that keeps attracting new members, and, whether other clubs like it or not, pulls other polling members from other clubs. And it's because you all do service projects. And so, you had asked me about, what I learned in my couple of years as this assistant district governor role. And, one of the main things I've learned is clubs who do service projects thrive, clubs who don't. It's that simple. Like, service projects typically answer every problem. It's sort of like when you have a business organization, sales tend to solve most problems. In Rotary, service projects tend to solve most problems. At least that's what I've gotten to. And that's always my answer to club presidents or others when they say their club is challenged, or people don't like Zoom, or they have all the problems. My answer is always the same. Are you doing service projects? And if not, do service projects. It should fix most of your problems. Anyways, that's kind of what I've come to.
Thank you.
Good point.
Service above self. That's what we're all about. I just interrupted somebody. I apologize. Who was starting to say something?
I just said good point. Thank you.
Let's see there's 2 other rooms that we haven't heard from.
Well,
Thank
I'll
you.
go.
Thanks,
I had the
Nancy.
opportunity to speak with Stephen, and our theme was really around similar to what we're hearing is flexibility and providing opportunities to new members that are attractive to them. So that includes everything from doing service projects that are compelling, like maybe it's a specialty environmental group, but also being able to provide hybrid meetings going forward, because that works for some people. Mm-hmm. And there are folks who are going to always want to, dig in, and we can only see each other in person. But then there's a lot of, especially with the newer members who, maybe they have kids at home and they want to be able to attend to the kids and listen to the meeting while they're, and not have to pack everybody up and get a babysitter. So I think going forward, the important thing for us is going to be really just being honest with ourselves about this is our new reality, and we got to figure out what that's going to look like going forward, and being able to stay in touch with what our members need and want, and listening to that and doing focus groups around that, and continuing to stay in touch so that we can know how to attract and appeal and be there so that we can, because it's all about doing service, right? It's all about the projects. So that's what we talked about. Stephen, anything you want to add that I forgot?
There's nothing right there. The only thing I thought about is that we talked about is if we need to focus on what we're doing for the community. So it's not just the project, but how have we impacted the community? What results have we had? Like we gave several $1,000s to one of the groups over at the high school, the culinary arts group, and they help with our Thanksgiving dinner every year. So we gave them a lot of credit. And what is the club accomplishing in the community? I mean, a small community like this, I think that's more important than doing an international project for some of us. We have a couple of others. We're just now talking about reinventing the student exchange if Rotary ever gets back into that program again.
When?
Yeah, when? Yeah.
I got to be the Pollyanna group, even though sometimes I think I'm an idiot. But there you go. Let's see, one more group. Which other group hasn't talked?
It's actually Corey and myself. And
I was gonna say, I thought it was Court. Yeah, they're okay.
okay. We talked about aspirations as far as what Corey wants to see his club. He's thinking about joining the two clubs that had once split up because of membership. Our club, we're not looking to expand membership, but rather keep the members that we have. And we're focusing on training, on mentorship, and then how do we also compensate for some of the fundraisers that we've lost. So one of the projects that we will have that we're going to be concentrating on is we're going to the community to commit to being an annual sponsor for one events. And we've been fairly fortunate with that so far, but I'm looking to pick up another $10,000 with different people that can commit. And then we don't go from one sponsor and ask them to sponsor something else. So whether it's the golf tournament or our Metal Militia in August or Daddy Daughter, if you're a sponsor of that, we don't ask you to do something else. So those are the things that we're going to be focusing on, just keeping the club together, because sometimes we meet in person and sometimes we have hybrid. So we just want to keep all the interest up for us.
Thank you. Corey, do you want to add anything from Washington?
Oh, I think Marv covered most of it. Only I picked his brain because he told me that his club in the last couple of years has actually grown considerably, almost pretty much more than doubled, and so I wanted to hear kind of some of the philosophy behind that. So
what that secret sauce was.
Yeah. So that's what we spend our time on.
Okay, I have a poll for you, and just because of the conversation today, I want to add 2 more things to it, but it won't let me. One was improving communication. I think Mimi mentioned that, and that's something that we can always strive to do. And Marv added training. So if you're interested in those for upcoming topics, drop that in the chat and I will take that into account, because we're always looking for what you want to talk about in future membership forums. Before we go into the poll, though, I'd like to go around real quick, call on each of you, have you say who you are. We can read your name in most cases, but what club are you with? What position do you have in any district or other positions you have? Nancy, can I start with you just because I'll go in order on my screen here?
You bet. alphabetically, it works too.
Oh,
Yes, I'm Nancy Allen. I'm in Ashland, Oregon, and I am the membership chair.
good. Thanks for coming. And Lee.
Lee Eckroth, I'm in Corvallis, Oregon. I'm part of the Greater Corvallis Club. I am Assistant District Governor for my area. And while I don't have an official role this year, last year's role was Director of Fun in my club.
And you guys have a lot of fun. If you want to join an interesting Facebook page, check out the Greater Corvallis Rotary Club. There's your little promo bit there. Marv, you're muted.
Membership chair, past president, I'm on the board, and I bug president-elects and presidents to do the right thing.
Marv is very hands-on, active, and involved. Corey, what else do you want to say about yourself and your club?
Yeah, well, I'm a member of the Hawkesbury Rotary Club up in Lacey, Washington. And, you know, my role in my club is in transition right now. My main focus has been, I've been doing all of our club socials. You know, I hold a number of different roles at the zone level and at our district level, and so my club was pushing me to step out of line to be president again and be our assistant governor, and then the district chose somebody else to be assistant governor and really wanted me to be the club finance chair or district finance chair, and I turned them down for that. I may be our president-elect. I need to. I have not communicated with our current president since the assistant governor position had been decided upon. So I don't know. That's up in the air. But right now, I handle all of our club socials, and I'm our club's digital guru, if you will. So I
Thank you.
Website and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, I want to allow us 3 minutes to do our poll. So let's whip through the rest of you in 3 minutes. Mimi.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mimi Tunneld from the Rotary Club of Roseburg in our centennial year. And we have a satellite club, and the morning club just merged, went from 54 to 100. And I do want to say just real quick, if there's any way, especially with COVID now, if there was a video that we could show as a program that is membership orientation, that just covers everything, that would be great.
I see Corey nodding his head, so you may be hearing from him. Or Corey, if you want to send me something, then I can send it out to everyone. Jill.
Yes, hi, Jill Tompkins from Jacksonville, Applegate. And I think I've had just about every office in the club. And what I'm learning from all of you is I'm not the Lone Ranger here. Everybody loves their clubs. Everybody has had almost every job. I've been president, currently membership and social, and that's it.
Thank you. John?
I'm president-elect. Last 3 years was treasurer. And as president-elect in our club, we make that person be the chair of the program committee too. So it keeps me busy.
Good. Harry. Hi, Harry.
Hi. How you doing, Christine? I'm the Sun River part of Sun River Lapine Rotary Club, and membership chair, former president. Just trying to pull people out of the woodwork. Club.
Constant battle. Joe.
Thank you. Joe Vincent, Assistant Governor for Lynn County, a member of the Greater Albany Rotary Club, and lots of positions in my 26 years as a member of that club. I just wanted to say that as a past chair of the membership committee, I thought Lee Eckroth's comments about the importance of community service projects to both recruitment and retention of club members were just dead on. As I look at clubs too, as you do, I'm sure, Lee, the clubs that are the most viable are the ones that have the most participation in community service projects.
Good. Bev, I'm going to ask you, and then I might launch the poll, and then we'll wind it up with the rest of you.
Okay, I'm Bev Walker, and I am the engagement member chair, and I am going
Where?
at the Rogue Gateway Rotary.
Thank
same as
you.
Devamine, and I'm going to be on the board soon.
Good. Okay, well, maybe we can make it. Stephen?
Okay, I'm here, Steve Thornburg, down in Wairika, California, and membership chair. That's it. You can have it.
All right, Debbie.
As Bev said, I'm part of her team. She is a fabulous chair, and our engagement, my focus in the engagement one is I'm the kind of the border collie / cheerleader with new members, and work with our fundraising efforts to put the fun in fundraising.
I love the term border collie. Mitch, are you there? I haven't heard from him. David, how about you? Oh, Mitch is there. Yes, no, maybe. David? Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and launch the survey. Remember that improving communication and training are not on the survey, but if you're interested in those topics, drop them in the chat and we will act accordingly. So here's the poll.
And it looks like you have to scroll a little bit for the last one, right?
Yeah, and I asked you a second question about the format of these meetings because I've never asked that one before, but I would like your input.
Christine, I don't see the topic that we talked about.
Let's see. Oh, no. I had it in there. Well, I'm going to throw it on there anyway, Marv.
Okay, well, that's going to be my choice.
Okay.
Okay, so
The topic he's talking about is maintaining Rotary neutrality in a polarizing society. Whether it be just your club members that are polarized or politics that are polarized, we're all dealing with it. And Rotary strives to maintain neutrality, and it's difficult these days. Did I say that all right, Marvin?
Yep. So that's my choice.
Okay. You can choose more than one. I'm very generous.
Okay.
And there are 2 questions, I think.
Only see one.
Oh, man. I got to learn to do these polls better. Now they'll give me something to ask you next month. Looks like involving members is still a huge one. Orienting and surveying. Oh, okay. Well, that one has never made it to very high on our request thing, but finding out what your members think is really, really important. Well, if you've done your poll or are finished with us and you want to drop anything in the chat, go ahead, but then I will be sending out the video of this session and see you next month. It looks
Thank
like
you.
we'll be talking about involvement. Thank you, Corey. Always a pleasure to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, Christine.
Bye,
Good meeting.
Mimi.
Thanks.
Bye, Bev. Bye, Debbie.
Bye. It was nice talking to you.
Nice seeing everybody.
Great program.
Oh, and I'm gonna send you what I wrote down what I'm gonna send you.
Okay,
Our presenters, Mimi. Okay.
there you go.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Harry.
Hi, Christine.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Bye
You
for
too.
now.
Bye, David. Harry and David, are you done with the poll? Oh, looks like Harry is.
I pushed submit, but I got back in the truck just as it was on the screen.
I can give you a minute if you need it.
That's okay. I'm good.
Okay,
I'm doing community service with Mighty Michael right now.
you're amazing. Okay, well, thank you very much.
All right, be safe.
Bye-bye.